Hello and welcome to the 2022 East Peoria Festival of Lights Parade, now in its 38th year.
Roxy, for some, 2022 has been another trying year, but the Festival of Lights can brighten your mood.
So stick around as we bring you the beauty and splendor of this year's lighted parade.
A million sparkles of excitement, setting hearts of all ages aglow. Let us light up your holiday season, the East Peoria Festival of Lights.
This is the 38th year for this Central Illinois holiday tradition, and as always, it should help brighten everyone's mood.
And the most amazing part is that all of these floats are made possible by many dedicated volunteers, and many have been involved with the festival from the very beginning.
And many of those volunteers normally work for months to build new floats and repair the existing ones. It's long, tedious work, but as you're about to see, the results are spectacular.
And the volunteers don't just work on the floats, they also drive them down the parade route with the help of dedicated parade walkers who guide them through the streets of East Peoria.
And it all comes together with amazing results. So sit back, relax, and enjoy because the 38th parade is about to begin.
Those flashing lights belong to the East Peoria Park District Police and East Peoria Fire Department. Leading the parade in a squad car is Fond du Lac Park Police Officer Chance Barlow. The East Peoria Fire Department's Truck One ladder weighs 56,540 pounds and features a ladder that extends 75 feet tall.
It's very tall. I feel like we should investigate like that process of weighing these things. That would be fun to see, like, how does one weigh, say, a fire truck, hypothetically?
It's a big scale.
It's very large and long.
They're letting their presence be known.
Hello from the East Peoria Festival of Lights. The welcome float serves double duty. It's in the parade and then welcomes visitors at the entrance of Folepi's Winter Wonderland drive-through display. What a great welcome with 4,500 lights. Welcome East Peoria Festival of Lights.
And right behind the welcome sign is Folepi, our toy soldier mascot. He officially leads the Parade of Lights each and every year. Folepi is portrayed by Tim Cundiff in his 4th year of being the toy soldier. Folepi is an acronym for Festival of Lights, East Peoria, Illinois, hence Folepi, Folepi.
I see him. E-Y-E, see him. See, I did there. He does a good job.
He always does.
It's a lot of steps. I feel like it's a lot of steps. Going up next, the color guard from the East Peoria VFW Post 2078, proudly displaying the American flag. We thank them for their service, along with all the men and women currently serving or who have served in the military.
There's the American flag float, a sparkling salute to our great country. Look at all those beautiful lights. Driving the Park District Police Humvee, which was in 3 tours in Iraq, is Fond du Lac Park District Police Chief Mike Johnson, who also served in Iraq.
I like that fuzzy red, white, and blue thing there, that patriotic light display. It's the trolley. Hi, guys. Welcome. Illuminated by 14,000 lights, transporting the East Peoria City Council members. We've got Mayor John Call, City Commissioner Mark Hill, Seth Mingus, and Dan Decker, and members of their families. Also riding tonight, special guests. 2022 Heart of Illinois Fair Queen Kira Randolph with Little Miss Heart of Illinois Fair Peyton Hare and Junior Miss Heart of Illinois Ava Dentino. That's a full trolley.
Hear that? That's the elves of the Niche Theater Arts Rising Stars. They're singing, dancing to an updated classic, Winter Wonderland, a not-for-profit offering theater, dance, and music opportunities for students all over Central Illinois. Learn more at nichetheaterarts.org, or find him on Facebook. Now let's give the NTA Rising Stars a listen.
You guys ready for Santa? Here we go.
So festive.
Merry Christmas.
Kind of tricky to choreograph that.
Are you listening?
Very nice.
Rain, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight. We're happy tonight. Walking in a winter wonderland. Gonna win and Santa Claus here comes Santa.
It's the toy train float. Got a special cargo right there in the middle. The big bulb-looking thing looks like a trophy because it's a trophy. It's a giant Great Christmas Light trophy made of lights. It's a scaled replica of the trophy of the East Peoria Festival of Lights that they won in 2020, the heavyweight champion on national television. The trophy is 12 feet tall. It sits on a 42-inch square base with 1,000 lights. The whole train is 138 feet long with 22,000 lights. That's a really good shot of the trophy right there. I like the angle of this one.
So cool. It looks like it's moving really, really fast. And like many homes, a Christmas tree is the main decoration of the holiday living room. And celebrating on this float are members of the team from 25 News. And they're proud to call East Peoria home on the top of Springfield Road since 1953. And this colorful living room is 12 feet wide, 14 feet tall, and illuminated with over 2,000 lights.
Please welcome the 2022 Festival of Lights Queen and her court, riding in the festival's 1957. Hey, ladies. Chevy convertible is 27 feet long. The 2022 Festival of Lights Queen is Maggie Cowan. Her court is first runner-up, Janessa Bowen. And the second runner-up is Jexie Boulding.
And they're riding in style.
They are.
As royalty should. They could go for something a little more luxurious, like this replica of a Duesenberg. It's the Festival of Lights Duesenberg, a lighted version of a 1937 Duesenberg Model J. It was known for its speed and marketed to Hollywood stars. Our Duesenberg is 31 feet long, 8 feet, 10 inches tall, and illuminated with 13,000 lights, and it's moving.
It's clipping right along. It's very long.
It's a stretch, Duesenberg.
Nice. Nice tire movement there. Here is one of the most popular floats that took almost a year to build, the Clydesdales and wagon. That's a great shot of everything coming our way. Inspired by the world-famous Anheuser-Busch Clydesdales, even has a lighted Dalmatian right there in the front, mascot running in the front. There's 8 horses, each one of them with 400 lights. They're pulling a replica of the Studebaker wagon. This whole thing is 84 feet long. That's a lot of space taken up right there on our East Peoria streets. It's 12 feet wide, 8.5 feet tall, because Clydesdales are not known for being short.
They're not dainty.
And 50,000 lights. That is a bright, beautiful float.
And these Clydesdales are easier to clean up after.
Very much so. It's a nice, clean route for everybody. They're very compliant, marching in step and coming down the street. More of that motion on the bottom makes these so interesting to watch.
Kids of all ages would have fun driving this truck through the snow. The monster truck was modeled from an actual toy truck whose dimensions were scaled up to 18 feet long, 11 feet wide, and 11 feet tall. And right behind that, the electric guitar looks like it's playing rockin' holiday music with all the musical notes floating above it. The Festival of Lights electric guitar is covered with 2,000 lights. And you'll need to definitely wear your leather jacket to stay warm riding the chopper motorcycle, illuminated with 15,000 lights. It includes animated lights to make the tires appear to move. How cool would you be on that? Literally and figuratively.
Yeah, agreed. And after 3 years in space dock, it is back, looking better than ever. The USS East Peoria Star Trek fame has been rebulbed. I like that word. It's our last of our large floats to be put on a trailer, so there's no chance it will come out of warp drive. The phasers are set on excitement. This starship is 14 feet tall, 57 feet long, and nearly 22 feet wide, and shines with 48,000 beautiful bright lights. I like that green.
It is
Seems
beautiful.
brighter than ever.
Yes.
A little bit of motion in the back.
A nice rehab there.
Yes.
And holy crime fighter Batman.
Nice. What
Did
could
I
be
just see
coming now?
Batman and Robin?
What could that mean, Roxy?
Well, I believe that the Batmobile is in sight, a parade favorite for years. This Batmobile is from the classic TV series, and the Parade of Lights Batmobile has a 28-foot long frame, 12-foot wingspan, and is lit with 12,000 lights. So much movement from these crazy cool lights.
The blue light's among my favorite. That's really high on the list. Got a little bit of pew-pew action in the back there.
Pew-pew.
I like that. The East Peoria Riverboat float is making its 35th appearance in the Parade of Lights. In the parade's early years, the floats were built of wood and fiberglass, and they were illuminated with spotlights and holiday lights. This East Peoria Noel debuted in the third parade as a first float, taking its shape from lights and pencil steel. The East Peoria Noel is 56 feet long. Look at that great motion on that paddle. 14,000 lights.
Fantastic. It looks like water for sure. And if an East Peoria street is near water, as most of them are, you'll find baby ducks following their mom across the road. The Festival of Lights Duck and Ducklings are no exception, but they're a whole lot bigger. Our magical lights make the ducks appear to be gliding on a lake with water plants and reeds. And this float is 62 feet long, illuminated with 19,500 lights, and just the cutest with their little beaks.
They are, and always so compliant. It's
quacking.
cold night, you take the kids out on a cold night, and those ducks just are lockstep in with their mom.
I think all kids could learn a thing or two
Agreed.
from the ducklings.
Speaking of water, East Peoria is the only place in Illinois right now where you can go whale watching, but only during the Festival of Lights. The giant blue whale, waving his little fin back there. Tail, that's called a tail.
Yeah.
It's not a fin, it's a tail. And baby Shamu is back there, taking whale watching to a whole new level. I love these blue lights. 15,000 lights on this one. It's 25 feet long and almost 14 feet tall. Baby looks a little tired, maybe.
It's trying to keep up.
It's very silent, as most whales are.
Now, there's something you don't see every day. A Triceratops, the leader of a parade of dinosaurs moving along the street. This is the most recognizable of the dinosaurs thanks to the 3 horns on his head. It's dazzling with 25,000 lights and measures an impressive 48 feet long.
Dazzling is a good word. That is dazzling.
And I think the red lights are my favorite.
Yeah. We got ourselves another dinosaur. This dinosaur's neck is almost as long as its tail. That makes him 44 feet long. And the palm trees, I love the palm trees. The tropical
love the
feel of this
purple palms.
thing with 35,000 lights that illuminate this float. It's 12 feet wide, 14 feet tall.
Very cool.
Very
is that
cool.
red tail new?
I like that red tail. A tip.
And not a dinosaur, but a close cousin. It's Puff, the Festival of Lights dragon. He lives by the Illinois River and blows billows of smoke from his nose as he makes his way along the parade route, illuminating Puff for 17,000 lights. And he's a pretty large dragon at 35 feet long, 13 feet tall, and over 12 feet wide. And he's followed by Baby Puff, who is flapping his wings furiously just to keep up those cute little wings.
Nice and bright. That Baby Puff. Nice little family. Staying with a flight theme here, we'll shift to space. The astronaut is making a spacewalk from the Space Shuttle Discovery float. This float features 4 cargo doors. I'm sidetracked by this, the front of that.
The windshield.
That opaque windshield thing we got going there. So the cargo doors open. It reveals an astronaut doing a spacewalk towards a planet. We've got over 20,000 lights on this. It's 38 feet long, 22 feet wide, and 14 feet tall. And equally impressive on the back here, the little pew-pewy boosters. Is that a booster? That's a
I
booster.
think those are boosters.
That's a booster. If I ever did see one. Multitude of boosters.
And heading out on Festival Lights Patrol is the TIE Fighter, a single pilot vehicle designed for fast-paced dogfights in space. Our TIE Fighter measures 14 feet long, 12 feet wide, and almost 12 and a half feet tall. It's illuminated with 6,500 bulbs, and it literally looks like it's floating along.
Agreed.
And in a dogfight.
And it wins the Pew Pew Award as well for the best Pew Pew effect. Here's our Starfighter float. Be sure to look at both the front and the back. A lot going on here. Here's the front with all that motion there. Propelling it across the street. It's 12 feet tall, 45 feet long, 18,000 feet and more. Opaque right there. Is it a windshield? It's still, even though it's a space vehicle, it's still
I think
a
it's called windscreen.
Windscreen.
Yeah, you
I
gotta
like
get
that
fancy.
better. Yeah. More motion here. And here we go with some flashing boosters back here, too. Pushing this down our streets. There it is.
Now for some fun in the snow. It's the bear and the snowman. They're sledding buddies, zooming along with a gift for somebody special. This is the 4th year for Sledding Buddies, debuted in 2019. It's 13 feet tall and wide and over 20 feet long, and these sledding buddies are lit with more than 20,000 lights.
I like the purple hat.
So cute. I think the bear needs a hat.
Agreed. Especially tonight. Next, we have the hook and ladder fire truck. The exact measurements of the real tiller truck were used for the Festival of Lights hook and ladder fire float. The East Peoria Festival of Lights is the only place in central Illinois where you can find a tiller truck. Now you're asking yourself, sitting at home, what, pray tell, might a tiller truck be? If you don't know, well, we're about to see, because it has a person in the back, sitting in the back to help steer it around tight corners. With 11 feet tall and 65 feet of length, there it is, 27,000 plus LED lights.
So cool. And it may be a mythical creature, but in East Peoria, our Chinese dragon is totally real. In some stories, the dragon is a master of transformation, and this dragon indeed transforms with changing colors from red to green. You see it there. And then back to red, and he loves showing off his smoking snout. He's 95 feet in length and more than 21,000 lights. And I just love how he can move back and forth across the street.
Yeah, that really gets everybody's attention on the streets. It's a beautiful float.
Oh, you hear him blowing his smoke.
And here it is, our longest and tallest float, the steam train. It measured 160 feet long. That's a massively long float. 15 feet tall with over 65,000 lights. The float originally started out with just the engine and one other car. There's the engine there. It's followed by the coal car with the bright, beautiful Illinois-only blue coal coming up right behind that. There's the detail on those wheels. We've got the flat car carrying the huge Christmas tree, the already pre-lit Christmas tree. It's another beautiful
It's the only way to go, man.
It is. We've got a passenger car coming in here. Great shot of that. As it rumbles down our streets. And then, of course, the bright red, beautiful caboose. And just the detail on those wheels, such a cool float.
And now for a favorite, at least one of my favorites. It's Rudolph.
Oh.
And our Rudolph's nose really glows. This is a recreation of a float from the very first parade, back when all the floats were made of fiberglass and wood, and instead of the pencil steel that we use today. Just take a look at the difference then and now. And Rudolph still seems happy to be standing in the snow by the pine trees, just waiting for Santa's call. This float has 11,000 lights, 7 feet wide, 11 feet long, and 12 feet tall.
And if we have a Rudolph sighting, then we have the jolly elf himself, Santa, and the beautiful sleigh and reindeer float. Santa's float is 54 feet long. There we are, those animated reindeer team flying 14 feet high in the air. Look at those lighted gifts. Hello, Santa. Santa's float, like we said, 4,000 lights, and that's just a great way to wrap up this beautiful parade. All those goodies back there with Santa. The holidays are here in East Peoria. We hope you enjoyed the 38th Parade of Lights.
We sure hope that you have enjoyed all of your favorite floats.
On behalf of the Festival of Lights Commission, the City of East Peoria, and its citizens, thank you for making this a part of your holiday celebration this evening.
It is amazing that there have been 38 of these parades coming down the streets of East Peoria from the papier-mâché days with families on floats. It's just remarkable, the changes and improvements to the Festival of Light Parade over the years.
So while the parade is over, there are still some activities throughout East Peoria to enjoy this holiday season.
The annual Folepi River Trail Classic. This 4-mile run occurs on a scenic, mostly downhill, point-to-point course on the East Peoria River Trail of Illinois. The run is held annually on the Saturday following Thanksgiving.
Breakfast and photos with Santa. Kids can join Santa for breakfast and photos at this event benefiting the St. Jude Run. Children also receive a goodie bag.
Untangle the lights, blow up the holiday inflatables, and enter next year's Christmas Splendor Contest. It's sponsored by the East Peoria Beautification Commission. The contest is open to those whose property is in the East Peoria corporate city limits, including those in the Sunnyland area of East Peoria.
The Shop and Stroll takes place in the historic Four Corners District in East Peoria and adjacent areas.
There's a package of prizes from local businesses if you could find Folepi. A 3-inch round clear acrylic Folepi ornament is inside a clear plastic bag and hidden outside somewhere on the public property with the East Peoria city limits. Clues come out issued weekly until the Folepi ornament is found.
So make sure you check out all of these events during the 2023 festival, but still a few events to consider this year.
Visit East Peoria's Fond du Lac District Library Friday, December 16th at 5:30 for a festive evening of family fun. Meet Santa and the Festival of Lights soldier mascot Folepi. Enjoy holiday crafts and hot chocolate, and see the holiday story walk in the outdoor reading garden. This is an all-ages event, and admission is free.
Those who find a very specific location in East Peoria can win prizes in the second annual Folepi Town Track Down Photo Hunt, which runs Monday, December 5th through noon, Sunday, December 18th. There are no clues, just a photo, and people will need to try to find the location in East Peoria.
The Winter Wonderland, the festival's drive-through lighted park. It's the Festival of Lights signature event. Folepi's Winter Wonderland now through January 22nd. It's also open Christmas Eve and Christmas night. So pile the family in the car and take them through our Wonderland drive-through electric park.
The wait times on Friday and Saturday nights are extremely long for the Wonderland. At times, it can be over 3 hours. So avoid the traffic and visit Chick-fil-A Mondays. Every vehicle, that's a great idea, driving through on Mondays from November 29th through December 27th will receive 2 desserts from Chick-fil-A East Peoria while supplies last.
Delicious. You can take a horse-drawn wagon ride through Folepi's Winter Wonderland in the Folepi Express, which is sponsored by WMBD TV and WYZZ. The Folepi Express can transport 8 people per trip through the lights of Folepi's Winter Wonderland. Bring your family and friends to see the lights or make new friends as the team of Percheron horses pulls the Folepi Express wagon through the lighted display. Unfortunately, tickets for this year's wagon rides have sold out already, but make sure to purchase your 2023 tickets early.
This is your chance to see the floats and displays up close because you can run, walk, or ride through the lighted trolley through Folepi's Winter Wonderland. Now in its 22nd year, Get Lit is a fun way to celebrate the new year and the tradition run or walk and family activities. There will be no vehicular traffic in the Winter Wonderland during this event.
Remember to check out the festival's website, the City of East Peoria's Facebook page, or a copy of the East Peoria Chamber of Commerce's festival guide for details of all the events scheduled during the festival.
We hope everyone watching has enjoyed this year's parade.
Matt, it's been another fun year working with you. And to everyone watching, please have a safe and very happy holiday season.
Thank you, Roxy. And as always, it's a pleasure. I look forward to next year. We leave you tonight with the scenes of the Festival of Lights.